Hi guys! I posted a photo of this a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and I've had a few questions asked me how I did this look. I actually used the Decay Electric Palette, which is beautiful if you haven't seen it. There are some crazy colours in there, but if you're looking for something that's not a neutral look, this is a great way to start. I wasn't sure about the green and the blue, but I think it actually looks alright with my eyes. So this is my first video, and I'm a tad nervous, so let me know in the comments what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it. I'm actually going to do a walkthrough, but I'm going to narrate over the top. So let me know if you like that. If you don't, I won't do it again. I just found it very difficult to talk while I was doing my makeup. So yeah, see you on the other side. Oh dear, visually naked on the internet. Can't get much better than this. So I've already moisturised my skin, and first we're going to go in with the Body Shop Skin Primer in Matte. This is just going to minimise any pores and give you a nice smooth base before you put any product on. I'm then going to go in with the Benefit Erase Paste in 01 Fair to conceal those dark circles. And remember, you really want to use a light hand, so your ring finger is best as it is the most gentle one on your skin, and the under eye area is very delicate. I'm then going to use the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in the shade 1 Fair. Surprise, and that's me getting confused because the recording is the wrong way around to what I'm used to. So once we've concealed those areas, I'm then going to blend it in using a Real Techniques buffing brush, which I would usually use for foundation, but today I'm using a beauty blender as I find it gives the best finish and we want quite a flawless look for this bright eye look. I'm then using the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid in 004 Light Porcelain, and I'm going to dot this all over my face using my fingers and then blend it out using a damp beauty blender. Time to move on to our eyes, and I'm first going to prime my eyelids using the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer in white. This is going to give you a nice white base, so all the colours are going to be a lot brighter. This will also stop your eyelids from creasing if you have oily eyelids. Once you've blended out with your ring finger, then we're going to bring in our secret weapon, and that is sticky tape. You just need to take a few inches and stick it as though it was following the bottom line of your lashes. This should be easier to see from the video, but this is going to give you a really crisp eyeliner look. So we're first going to go in with the colour Thrash, which is a bright green colour on a flat-headed brush. I'm using an e.l.f. Studio brush, but you can use whatever you have. And we're just going to pack this on all over our lid. We are going to go back and do this a few times throughout this look, so feel free to keep adding it in. I'm then going to lightly dab my Real Techniques domed shadow brush in the colour Gonzo, which is a bright turquoisey blue colour, and we're just going to dot this in the outer corners up the length of the tape as high as you want. I go so it's in line with my crease, but if you want to make it a bolder look or you have bigger eyes than me, feel free to do so. I'm then going to take a slightly smaller but fluffy pencil brush and dot the colour Gonzo into my inner corner. You don't want to take this colour too close to your tear duct. I'm actually going to leave space to use the Body Shop Colour Crush in the shade Sugar Gaze. This is a white pearlescent colour. I didn't film this, but it is going to make your eyes look a lot bigger. You can also use this as a brow highlight. Now I'm going to take a clean dome shadow brush and I'm just going to blend this out. You don't want any harsh lines. I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Gel Intenza Gel Eyeliner in the shade Violet Black. This does have small specks of purple glitter in it, but once it's on you can't really see it. You're going to use the tape as a guide, and I start from the outside of my eye going towards the inner corner. I don't go all the way across because I have hooded eyes and this has a tendency to make them look a lot smaller. Now the tape's really going to help guide you in getting a crisp line to your cat eye look. You can go up as high as you want. Again, I only go up as far as the crease. And then you're going to use this to go back towards your inner corner and thicken that line up. Dun dun dun! Time to take the tape off and reveal all your hard work. You should have a nice crisp line. If not, you might want to use a different type of tape. I've used just normal sticky tape, but masking tape I imagine would work just as well. I then went back in once more with my gel eyeliner just to tidy up any bits I might have missed and to darken the colour in the outer corners. I'm then taking the Decay Brow Powder Palette in the shades 1 and 3, and I'm going to use a combination of these on a slanted eyeliner brush that comes in the kit to fill in my brows. I'm also taking the MUA eyebrow pencil in blonde, and this is going to help set my brows in place. This is quite a strong eyebrow look, which is something I'd usually go for, and yes, I am aware that they weren't even. Once you've filled them in and defined your brows, you can then brush them out with a spoolie. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20 in a triangle shape underneath my eyes. I'm then going to blend this out using a damp beauty blender. It can be the same one that you used before. I don't know anyone that has two. And this is just going to give you a really bright under eye look, which you really want to make your eyes pop. Small tip, while you are doing this, it really helps to keep looking up. Try not to look down or into your mirror, just trust your instincts, because if you look down you are likely to get creasing under your eyes. If you are going to wear this out, I would suggest that you set it with a powder. I just primed my lips using the Nivea lip balm in Pearly Shine. And I'm now taking the Benefit Hoola bronzing powder on a Real Techniques cheek brush. Using quite a light hand, if you take this from the top of your ear down to your mouth, this is going to give you a slightly more defined cheekbone. You don't want to go too full on, as your eyes are going to be the main part of this look. Moving on to our cheeks, I used the new CID Eye Glow Blusher in 0303 Coral Crush. I didn't actually show you guys this, but it's a beautiful pinky colour with gold shimmer running through it. I'm taking this on the Real Techniques multitasking brush, and I'm just going to brush this over the apples of my cheeks. Going back to our palette, we're going to take Thrash and then Gonzo on a domed brush under our eye. We're going to follow exactly as it is on our lid, so we're going to have Thrash in the middle and Gonzo on the inner and outer corners. Like I said before, don't go too close to your tear duct with Gonzo on your inner corner. Once that's all blended out and nice and soft, we're going to take the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Blackest Black. Remember to wiggle it at the base of your lashes as you move up. This is going to give you a nice even coating and long fluttery eyelashes. A recent addition to my collection is the YSL Touche Eclat, and I'm just going to use this to highlight my lips, particularly around my cupid's bow and underneath my bottom lip. I used the Real Techniques pointed foundation brush to blend this out. I'm then taking the Estee Lauder Perfect Lipstick in Perfect Dahlia. This is quite an old lipstick, it's probably as old as me, so I shouldn't really have it, but I think it's a bright purple pink fuchsia colour, so I'm pretty sure you'll find one similar. You could leave it there, but I'm going to go all out. I'm going to add a bit of gloss, and I'm using the Estee Lauder Pure Colour High Gloss in 01 Crystal Clear. I apply this with my finger to mainly the centre of my lips. And that is your look finished. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I think it really reminds me of a hummingbird. I don't know why, I think it's the bright colours. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and please leave a comment telling me what you think I should do next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you next time. Bye guys!